The first 9 chapters of Leviticus deal with the 5 main offerings that were allowed to be brought by God's people there at their newly constructed tabernacle. The burnt offering, the grain offering, peace offering, sin offering, trespass offering. And I've been pointing out this is the first time that God has dwelt among human beings since the Garden of Eden. And there's a resemblance of sorts here, and it's very recognizable as you look at this. It was on the eastern side of the garden where the entrance was blocked, according to Genesis 3:24. When the first sacrifices were recorded as being brought, Genesis 4 with Cain and Abel, the inference in the text of Genesis 4 is that there was some sort of sacrificial system already in place at that time. Sacrifices were being brought, and it's believed by most scholars that the sacrifices at that time were being offered before that eastern gate of the Garden of Eden, before the flaming sword, a representation of God's Shekinah glory. Of course, that was all wiped out by the flood. But now this tabernacle worship, it's introduced and later to become Solomon's temple. But the tabernacle's always set up so the gate is facing east. And it's before that eastern entrance to the tabernacle where God's Shekinah glory dwells now on earth. Once again, it's before that eastern entrance that these sacrificial offerings are brought once again. There's 5 of them, as we've been seeing. The burnt offering, grain offering, peace offering, sin and trespass offerings. The burnt offering and grain offering are recorded as being offered all the way back at Cain and Abel. They offered those before God. Noah and Abraham, others are recorded as offering burnt offerings to God. But the peace offering, the sin offering, and this trespass offering are new to this tabernacle system. So understanding that up until this time, the curse of sin was introduced in the garden, but it wasn't until now that sin is being allowed to be sacrificed for in this trespass. So this begins to reveal new insight into blood atonement that will ultimately be provided by Jesus Christ on the cross.